Hey Scorpio, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through this week's reading. This is going to be our weekly reading for July 2nd through the 8th, 2023. In the heart of your reading, we have the Magician in reverse. So this is either you not believing that you have the opportunity that you are looking for. Tells me that there is the you hold the power to create the opportunity yourself, but you're waiting for like an outside influence to show it to you or shine a light on it. Might be difficult for you to see right now how that's possible. For others of you, this could be a manipulative factor, but that's much less likely because we have the Empress here at the bottom of the deck, very abundant, very capable of manifestation. So I'm much more in the thinking that this reading is going to be about showing you how to find the opportunity, okay? The challenge that you're facing here in seeing the way that you can create this opportunity for yourself, like you already have all the ingredients that you need, is hard work, effort, stick-to-itiveness. The Eight of Pentacles is all about a repetitive effort. It's kind of like getting hands-on with it. So some of you might be thinking, I want to outsource, I want to delegate. I don't want to get my hands dirty, or I don't want to get swept up into the minutia of it. So it's not necessarily that it has to be you doing the manual, like attach part A to part B and then bring it to station C over and over and over. Like it's very much like assembly line sort of energy. I'm getting a strong sense of repetition. With the Devil energy, it's almost like you feel if you get sucked into that role, then you won't be able to get out of it and blossom and flourish beyond it. You feel like it's going to hold you back. So I'm curious where this reading is going to take us. Let's see. Because that's the challenge that you're meant to overcome in order to create the opportunity. It could be that you need to be the one doing the manual work or like the grunt work or however you see it. Just to get things off the ground or get the ball rolling. Or it could be it's difficult for you to find someone or train someone to do that role. Or maybe you haven't thought of doing that. Maybe you haven't thought of like hiring an assistant or someone to do that that level of work or those responsibilities for you. You are focused on temperance. This has the energy of patience, healing, belief that everything's going to come together in its own time. So that's a really good headspace and like spiritual space to be in. Okay, it might be actually that you are waiting to enact like your vision and create the opportunity because you're doing some behind the scenes work. You feel like you need to get all your ducks in a row and you want to be like thoroughly prepared before you even present anything to the world. So that's entirely possible as well. I do have this King of Wands energy, which is like, I want to be the one who is in control of my actions. Let's see what led up to this in the recent past. Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, I'm getting that this is what you feel like is missing. So the Magician has all four aces. That represents the ability to create your own opportunity, whether it be through any of those four standard tarot energies. The one I think that is missing is the area of the mind, the idea, the logic, the reasoning, maybe the communication of it. It's also very mercurial energy. You might have conceived of this idea or been slowed down by the Mercury retrograde. You might have like come up with the idea during a Mercury retrograde. For those of you astrological aficionados, it's also possible that this Ace of Swords in the recent past represents someone saying no to you or you rejecting something else, something or someone else. You might also be unclear about what your vision is, what you actually want to achieve. Like, instead of just getting started with like a spark of inspiration, I think you're waiting to feel the end goal. Like, where do I want to end up? How do I know I'm headed in the right direction if I don't know where I want to go, emotionally speaking? And I say that because we have the Nine of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck there. Show me how is Scorpio's higher self and spirit team seeing the situation as a lesson, as an opportunity to either hire an assistant, an apprentice, or for you to take that role on yourself. Be your own support person. With the Hierophant in reverse, that's also saying, like, think outside the box. You don't have to do things the standard way or the established way of doing things. You're going to come up with your own way of doing things here. Show me the near future. Aha. Well, I'm liking this for you. The Emperor energy is pretty sweet. This is either aligning yourself with someone who has the cachet, the power in the industry that you want to be in or that you are in, so that they can kind of help influence your situation in the direction you want to go. I think for a lot of you, you're working on aligning yourself with someone okay. I can't quite tell, and it might become apparent as the rest of the reading comes out, who is in the apprentice role and who is in the master role. You know, like plumbers and electricians, they have like a master electrician, and then they take on an apprentice, or like an astrologer, or like an artist. It has this element of hands-on work to it, where you might be the one who is seeking an apprentice to start taking on some of the more grunt work, menial tasks, and free you up to do more of the creative or leadership stuff. Or it could be that you're in more of the apprentice role and you're trying to align yourself with the right tutor or mentor. Either way, I see that aligning in the near future because the Emperor is showing up in the upright position. I like it. Ooh. Okay. Now, another wrinkle in the in the story here is that we have the Empress showing up as the surprise energy. This might be like a power couple situation. You might be aligning with more than one person. It could be like a husband and wife team and you are going to apprentice to them. Or it could be that other things in your life start falling in place when you square away this goal that you have. Someone new enters your life because you are now in alignment with where they're going in life. Now, I want to take a step back here and just look at this more from a relationship perspective because we have the Emperor and the Empress coming out sequentially. So give me a second. Okay, yeah, it could be as simple as not feeling ready or able to take the first step, like you can't quite make anything happen. You might have asked someone out and they said no, or you said no, like you didn't feel like it was the right time, or I'm not gonna say that they weren't interested. I think it was a legitimate... I'm gonna leave that because it could have been like a rejection of some sort from one person, and that paves the way for a new person to enter. It might not be the same person returning because they see your glow up, but that is possible here. It's like you could be learning how to master this area, and by getting hands-on with things or finding someone to handle the apprentice role, this person is going to see you in a new light, see you as very capable and desirable, in control, powerful. Okay. For others of you, it is entirely possible that you are just encompassing both Emperor and Empress energy within yourself, because we all have that duality, that feminine and masculine energy divinely within us. So it could be that when you step up and master your yin energy or your yang energy, the yin energy falls into place. Like you learn how to go out and get it, and then things just start coming to you, sort of energy, if these are more archetypes and not necessarily people. Your hopes and fears, we have the Queen of Cups. This is being receptive to love. So it could be that you are seeking someone's heart and you want them to be receptive to you. It also could be that you're hoping that you will not have to be the one to go out and find someone all the time. You might feel like, can't things just come together? I don't want to have to work so hard at it. I'd like to just have it happen naturally, because my energy is attracting that sort of right fit of a person or energy or situation into my life. At the same time, okay, this is hopes and fears. There's two sides to the coin every time. So that tells me that you may not be comfortable in that position. That's why I started off by saying, like, you might be accustomed to or feeling burdened by feeling like you've got to be the one to go out and make things happen. Show me the end result. Based on the current energies, where is Scorpio headed? A change, a move. 5 of Pentacles. This could be very stereotypical rejection. If it is, it's the lesser of two potential negative outcomes. With the Tower in reverse at the bottom of the deck, it would be like you dodge a bullet with this rejection. Or if you're the one who decides to move on and like extricate yourself from a situation, then it could be like no longer pursuing a job and then the company goes out of business 2 weeks later. That sort of vibe. Or it could be like they decide not to hire you and you're quite like disappointed and take it very emotionally as a rejection, only to find out that like something much better happens, or that, like I said, I am getting very much a vibe of like something just goes down in flames and you're glad in retrospect to not have been a part of it. So watch out for that, especially with these positions of like power coming up. If this is like a twin flame dynamic, this could be like the push-pull runner-chaser thing happening. If that's the case, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but it looks like perhaps another period of separation is coming. It could look like things are going to line up and you're going to come into a period of connection. But one or both of you is going to do some walking away if that's your situation. I'm going to pull one clarifier on that 5 of Pentacles, see what other insight we can get. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay, whatever it is, there will be an opportunity to come at this from another angle. Not necessarily with the same business or idea or pursuit or person, but this like the same energies in a different, like dressed up in a different skin or name or something. You know, that energy of like the same person coming back around, but in a different body. Hopefully that's making sense. It could literally be like, this is this is a temporary setback, or you decide it's not right at this time, but you're going to leave the door open for another go around at some point in the future if things align that way. I see you being very patient about it all with this temperance as your focus, so this may not even bug you or irritate you. Yeah, there is going to be a slowdown or a change of direction with the Knight of Pentacles here in reverse at the bottom of the deck, but your advice that came out is the Six of Cups. It is to remain optimistic, focus on the positives. Don't feel like you are being overly optimistic, because the idea here is to not get swept up in the negative. And if you find yourself kind of being pulled into that energy, try to see the positive. Gosh, okay, they're wanting me to say try to see it from their point of view, and I know that's very a general statement to make, so please only if that's helpful. I don't mean that you need to like bend over backwards to put yourself in their headspace and really like make their story primary over yours, but there's something about like giving the benefit of the doubt that motivations are actually pure or a lot healthier than you think they are. So I'm going to leave it there, Scorpio. I hope that helped. Have a great week. I'll see you back next week. Bye.